These ain't glorified gang or prison stories, man. These is lived experiences. Welcome back to the Swang Low Podcast Show. Do Rock Creep. It's an absolute pleasure to be back here at this roundtable amongst my roundtable family. Salute to everybody that's out there that was able to make the live, man. And salute to those of y'all that's able to catch it a little bit later. The love is definitely extended to y'all as well. Now, please let me take this opportunity now to ask, if you haven't already did it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Swang Low Podcast Show. Do Rock Creep. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps us get further into the algorithm, and that's always the goal. And as we climb further into the algorithm, guess what? By becoming part of the roundtable family, y'all go on this full journey with us. You go on the full journey with us, and I promise you this, man. I promise you this. You won't get charged nothing. You know what I'm saying? You won't get charged nothing, man. You become an official family member of this roundtable family. So again, if you haven't already did it, like, comment, share, and most definitely subscribe to the Swanglow Podcast Show. And make sure y'all hit the notification bell so when we do these lives, or I just so happen to drop a random video, you'll be right there front and center. You will not miss a beat. I promise you that. Now look, y'all see what the thumbnail say. Y'all see what the thumbnail is, right? Now, I have to take y'all back over a few things, right? But before I jump into that, let me say this to my roundtable family. I see y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, my roundtable family, all of y'all. I'm going to get to y'all. Y'all know how I do it. You know, I'm going to get to what I'm going to get to. Then I'm getting to my roundtable family. So salute to all of y'all that's jumping in the chat, you know, putting the greetings and everything up in there. Love all y'all, man. And look. Make sure y'all jump in that chat, man, and y'all know how we do it. I encourage participation always. You feel me? And my roundtable family already know to keep everything respectful. So I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people that isn't familiar with how we get down over here, right? If by chance you put anything disrespectful in the chat, we have a place for you. So please, I ask of you all to be respectful of each and every person here, thankfully. Okay, now look, man. I remember a situation occurred, right? This happened when I was in Calipatria State Prison, right? This was in the year probably 2000 and I'm gonna say 2001, right? On the B yard. Now, maybe it was 2000. It was either 2000 or 2001 with this particular incident that I'm gonna tell y'all about. There's a number of different things we're gonna discuss here at this roundtable in regards to dudes having disrespectful names, right, and getting disrespectful tattoos, right, which is especially the tattoos is a no-no, right. So we're gonna get to that. Okay, so this incident take place, right, with a young Crip. I'm not gonna say his name, right? From A-Tray Gangster, right? Was one of my little young dudes, right? That from the moment he stepped into that prison, right? I immediately took a liking to him. He immediately took a liking to me, right? It was always like that with a lot of the younger homies that was coming in the system, right? But with this young dude, right? He was, see, when you first come to prison at a young age, it's a number of things that you actually want to engage in, right? One of them is getting tattoos everywhere, right? And then the next is you're going to want to put in work. You're going to want to build your name up and all that, right? So there was no exception to him or anybody else that came around, especially in Calipatria back then. There was a lot of active gang members from everywhere in that prison at that time. That prison was extremely, extremely dangerous, extremely active, right? And every day was an adventure there. Just put it that way. So anyway, with this young Crip, he was from A-Tray Gangster, right? He get there. As soon as he get there, probably within a month of him being there, he's in the cell with another young Crip, right? This young Crip was from Harbor City Gangster Crip, right? I'm not gonna say his name either, right? So these two were cellies. Now, the young homie from Harbor City, he's the one that's doing the tattoos on all the other little young Crips in there, right? So when the little homie from A Trey get there, right, he go in the cell with Lil Bro from Harbor City, and he the tattoo field day on Lil Bro from A Trey, right? Now, bam, we in the kitchen one day, and I'm sitting down at the table, and these two young dudes come sit at the table with me, right? And you gotta remember they was young at this time. Lil Bro from A Trey had to be 19, 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And as well as the little homie from Harbor City, right? So they both young, energetic, active young gang members, right? So they come with that energy that morning, right? They sitting at the table, yeah, cuz, I just got tatted up, cuz, and this and that, cuz, and woo, 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 right? Every other word is cuz. Every other word, cuz this, cuz that, right? So I'm sitting there just vibing off them. So I'm like, oh, you got some new tattoos? Let me see them, right? So he eagerly showing them to me, right? He pumped up. He got a smile on his face, right? The other little homie from Harbor City, he's sitting there with a smirk on his face, right? So when he pulled his sleeves up and he's showing me these tattoos that he got, right? The grease all over him, fresh, brand new. He had just got these tattoos the night before. So he was definitely extremely eager, right? To show these tattoos off, right? So bam. I'm sitting there when he pulled his sleeve up, right? And I see the tattoos that he got with this whacked out, that whacked out, this whacked out, that whacked out, right? I said, whoa. Whoa. I said, bro. I said, why you do that? Oh, cuz fuck them niggas, cuz. Fuck them niggas, cuz. It's whoopie woo woo woo, right? I'm like, man, I don't find nothing funny about it because I know if it get out, which it always do, right? If it get out that bro, everybody know you ain't been in that prison that long, right? So you got this grease all over them. These are fresh, brand new tattoos, bro. The wrong eye see these, it's liable to blow the yard up, right? So I'm telling him, I say, hey, I said, bro, I said, you know what's gonna happen if dudes see that, right? Like that's a no-go. You know, you wasn't supposed to do that, bro. Right? Again, like he stood on what he did, didn't feel bad about it, no second guessing or nothing, and he still had the smile on his face. Fuck them niggas, cuz, and this and that, and wham, right? So I'm like, wow. And I asked the homie, I said, so you the one that did this tattoo on him? Right? He like, yeah, right? I just shook my head like, yeah, man, this is finna go bad. This is finna go extremely bad, right? And probably within 24 hours of me having that discussion with them that morning in the kitchen, somebody found out. One of the guys from I'm just gonna say neighborhood crip, right? Found out about these tattoos that Lil Bro had got, bro. And mind you, you had a lot of reputable dudes, right, from both sides in that prison, right? And I'm not gonna throw the names out there, or none of that shit, right? But you just imagine if you've heard some of the stories of Calipatria State Prison in the 90s and the early 2000s, right? You can use your imagination of the people that was there when this situation took place, right? So you had reputables on both sides, and I remember the homie Big Voodoo from 11 Deuce Broadway, right? Big Voodoo from 11 Deuce Broadway worked in the gym area, right? Now in the gym area in Calipatria was gated off. You feel me? It was gated off. It was in the cut. Like the people in the gun tower, the police in the gun tower couldn't see up in there. You feel me? So that's what we used to go get a lot of squabbles in that to prevent the yard from blowing up on different situations, right? I went in there, I broke my hand. I broke this hand in that gym, right, on the dude. So bam, it went up in that gym all the time. So bam, Voodoo used to organize all the fights and shit that went on in there, right? So when this situation happened, I remember it being just like two big ass groups of guys on the yard. One the group on this side, the neighborhoods, and the group over here, the gangsters, right? And they having this discussion over this tattoo that the young homie got. Now, it's tense, right? And usually in situations like that, when you see this going on, it's almost like the whole entire yard become quiet. The only people that you hear talking is the people that's involved in this incident, right? The whole yard is quiet. All eyes is on these groups, right? So it's like that. You can feel the tension and thickness in the air. It's a whole completely different feeling. It's a whole complete, you have to be in that moment to understand exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to describe it to y'all as best as I could, right? But it's a cold, eerie feeling, right? Because you know it's finna go down. And when it go down, it's a possibility that somebody is gonna get shot, dudes is gonna get stabbed, somebody could possibly lose their life if it go down, in which in a lot of cases it do, and especially in these type of situations, right? Now the biggest no-no that you can do is go to prison and get a disrespectful tattoo, meaning get somebody's hood tattooed on you and crossed out, put a K on it, right? Anything like that, all bad. All bad, right? That's a no-go. That's a no-go, man. And anybody that's been in prison would tell you the same exact thing, right? And each and every time somebody tried it, somebody go to prison and they get a tattoo whacked out, you know what I'm saying, or anything disrespectful, and in a lot of cases it seems like dudes always find out. But you got to remember, like, you would have dudes like the little homie from A Trey. He didn't. That's one thing I can say about him. He did not give a fuck. And guess what? He had major hands. When I say major hands, he had major hands. Major, right? So look, bam. So they over there discussing this. The whole entire yard is quiet except for those two groups. You feel me? So bam. So I guess they came to the conclusion that instead of blowing the whole entire yard up, because when they go down, it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all kind of people, man. Uh. Anyway, so bam. Look, they come to the conclusion instead of it, blowing up the yard, they're gonna go in the gym, and whoever felt disrespected by that tattoo, they was going in that gym and lining it up. So guess what? This was the first time that I had seen two cars. And mind you, these two cars is deep as I don't know what. So just imagine, you got 20 something dudes on this side, 20 something dudes on this side, right? That's 40, almost 50 something dudes, right? They all went inside this gym. Damn near all of them. And lined it up one after the other. One after the other. It was multiple fights behind bro getting that tattoo. And he was the first one to go in there and fight. Right? And I'm just going to say this, right? And I'm not going to say any names, right? But the person that he fought came out of there looking like the Elephant Man, right? No extras on it or none of that, right? He had lumps everywhere, all over his face. And he was the main guy that was pushing for this to happen, right? He was the main one that was pushing for this to happen. He was the most vocal one in that group. You know what I'm saying? So he was the one that got down with the young homie, right? Fatal mistake. He should have chose somebody else to fight. He probably would have came out looking better than he did, right? Unfortunately for him, being that he was the main one pushing it, That's who the young homie got down with, right? And it went bad for him, and then all the rest. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not to say nothing bad about him because he lost a fight. Everybody lose fights. I done lost fights. You feel me? And that's something that I don't be getting about dudes when they jump on here and they tell they war dudes losing fights and winning fights. So what if you lost, nigga? If you fought, you fought. Now it's a whole completely different thing if you turned down the fade. That's what should be highlighted out. But niggas winning fights and losing fights, niggas lose and win all the time. All the time. All the time, bro. I've lost fights. You feel me? I've lost fights and I've won a lot. You feel me? So that takes nothing away from bro because he lost that fight, but being that he was the vocal one about it, and rightfully so, because again, going to prison and getting disrespectful tattoos and shit is a no-go. Period. For anybody. I don't care if it's a Crip doing it, if it's a Blood doing it, it's a no-go, period. And everybody know that. That's one of the prison rules that you don't break, because it's going to be harsh consequences that's going to come behind it. That's guaranteed. I ain't never seen nobody get a disrespectful tattoo and it don't be extreme serious blowback from it. I have never seen it. Ever. I told y'all when I was in Salinas Valley and I'm on the yard and I'm not gonna say no names in this, right? But I'm on the yard and I'm sitting by the basketball court and it was a Crip that had got a disrespectful tattoo, and a Blood dude, he had the Blood dude hood crossed out on him, right? And just so happened the Blood dude, I knew him. I had got into it with him myself, right? Right? It went up. This had happened in a whole different prison, like years before this incident. So I already knew his pedigree, like he was a real Blood, point blank, period. So in that situation, we was told to stand down in it. You know what I mean? We was told to stand down in that situation, and I almost got in it because I was basically told it like at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? All I seen was the Blood dude walk onto the basketball court and fire on the Crip. Bow! Fire this shit up, right? And the Crip dude like stumbled back, and he didn't seem like he had any fight in him to me, right? So that's when I jumped up, and the homie's like, no. That's a one-on-one thing. Let him get that in. So I'm like, huh? They like, let him get that in. That's a one-on-one thing. That's personal. I'm like, damn. Right? And sure enough, you know what I'm saying? Bro didn't put up no fight. He got his shit busted, and the Blood dude told him, like, nigga, you got my motherfucking hood tattooed on you, crossed out. Nigga, like, I don't know you. Nigga, we grew up together and this and that and blah, 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 right? So he knew this dude. So, you know, that situation happened. Now, you had that. Now, the disrespectful names, right? I remember the incident took place. But really, it wasn't no incident. It was just you had a Crip that had a disrespectful name, right? It was one of the homies from East Coast, right? And he had a disrespectful name towards the Bloods. So I remember it was two OG Bloods that was downstairs from me. I was in the cell with the homie Snoop from Snoop was from Santa Ana Watergate, right? That was my dog. That was my boy, right? Me and him in the cell together. So at that time we was young, 21, you know what I mean? And the two OG Bloods is right downstairs from us. So when you're right directly downstairs or upstairs from somebody, y'all share the same vent, you know? So you can hear in the cells real good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is said, you can hear it, right? So bam. I remember one day us calling the homie from East Coast. Hey, whoop-de-whoop. Hey, whoop-de-whoop. Real loud, right? He's across the building. We inside our cell, so we got to scream extra loud. So we called him, hey, whoop-de-whoop. Remember, he had a disrespectful name towards the Blood. So I remember the OG Blood, them, Bloods that was downstairs from us, like, like niggas just gonna bust our ears like that? Goddamn, blood, niggas just gonna bust our motherfucking ear like that? That's how niggas getting down around this motherfucker. Niggas wanna be disrespectful, nigga. We can be disrespectful, nigga. And whoa, they down there going crazy, right? So me and the homie Snoop look like, what the fuck? It's not registering to us. We just looking at this as just that being his name, right? But in all honesty, we screaming this shit out, right? And not taking into consideration, nigga, you are actually disrespecting the Bloods by, although that was bro's name. You feel me? What else was we supposed to call him, right? However, it was disrespectful to them, and they had every right in the world to be mad, you know. So that brought up a situation where, you know, like I said, they felt disrespected. You know, they went to the CRIPS, and you know, we was told not to scream that shit out like that. You know what I'm saying? And how it was disrespectful. That's when everything registered to us. Like, damn, all right, for sure. You know, so we had to correct ourselves in that. But I remember another situation, bro, where it was a blood dude that had a disrespectful name toward his name disrespected the Trey, right? And now I had already heard different situations with this dude, you know what I'm saying, over his name, right? And so me being that I had already been through all this shit, you know what I'm saying, years, you know, before this situation, like, I'm not tripping on the name shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping on none of that. You know what I'm saying? But you have other homies that still trip on that. They really still on that time, and it's almost like if you're in earshot and my hood, what my community is trades. So if we are in earshot and this person is near us and one of his homies is calling him, hey, whoop-de-whoop, right? And we standing there naturally gonna look like, what the fuck? Like, what you just calling? Right? So it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the shit is done on purpose. That's the way people is looking at this. The same situation like how we was doing with the homie from East Coast calling him was the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So I remember this situation. We out in the day room one day, me and a few of my homies, and then it was like, shit. At this time, it was probably about 10, 12 bloods in the day room, right? And we are in earshot, and somebody get the call in this dude, hey, whoopie wham, right? So I look, my homeboy like, cuz, what the fuck? So my homie push up on the blood dude, right? And get at him like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, y'all don't see us standing over here, nigga, and whoopie wham, nigga, that's disrespecting the tray and this and that and whoopie wham, right? So he like, hey man, he like, that's my name. I can't help if people is calling my name, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's what my name is, and this and that, and whoopie wham, right? So they having the back and forth. Now, being that you got a Crip and a Blood having this intense back and forth, right? Now you got the other Bloods and the other Crips that's in the day room all coming over there. Now you got it looks like a standoff, right? So I'm telling my homie, I'm like, man, I said, come here, man. I said, look, I said, you feel offended by them saying that name? Because it's my understanding that it's been different incidents with this same guy behind the same shit, bro. You know what I mean? And he's not going nowhere. You feel me? And everybody know what this dude's name is. Okay? So if you feel that offended by, here, I'm finna give you this knife. Kick it off, and we getting cracking right here, right now. This is in the heat of the moment where you have the Bloods, they ready to go. Right? Point blank period. They ready to go. They've been through this shit behind the same thing with the same guy a few different times. Right? The blood's ready to go. Point blank period. And so is the Crips. Right? And then I had to point out to my homeboy, I said, listen, I said, man, you finna go home. So let me ask you, do you feel that this is worth this? Do you feel like blowing up the yard behind a dumbass name is worth this? You're not gonna get a one-on-one fade with him. That's not gonna happen. So where you want to go with this? And it had to register to him, me having this talk to him in the heat of this moment, and not in the earshot of nobody else. I pulled him off to the side. Right? Pulled the knife out, nigga. Here, we finna get cracking. I always kept a couple of knives on me, always. Right? Like that's just protocol. Period. You know what I mean? So after serious consideration and him seeing, you know what I mean, like this was a cold, intense situation, moment. You feel me? Where dudes are seriously finna get hurt. Right? So after consideration of all this, you know what I mean, the situation was left alone. The Bloods hollered at their homeboy, you know, and it came to the down to the point of them not utilizing his full name the way that they was with dudes that's in earshot that's gonna take that as disrespect. You feel me? Because if it was a homie that was there at that time and he had the disrespectful name, for them, they would want the same thing, or it's just gonna go up. You feel me? So yeah, man, you had that situation, right? Then you had another situation that involved one of my young homies that kicked off a riot between the blacks and the Hispanics, right? Well, he's on the way pal working out, and just so happened it was a Hispanic guy there that is extreme opposition to my community, right? And he had my community tattooed on him and whacked out, right? So he's on the weight pile. This dude on the weight pile, he take his shirt off, you know what I mean? And the homie see it. When he see that, now this particular young homie of mine is, I've talked about him on the show a few times, right? This is my young homie. This is like my young bro, you know, and I know how he is, right? And when he seen that tattoo, immediately, no talking, no questions asked, he took off on the dude. When he get off, it just set off a chain reaction, kicked off a big ass riot right there between the blacks and Hispanics behind a fucking tattoo. Behind a tattoo, bro. You feel me? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let me get to my family. I see y'all up in there, man. Get the cracking. G Bravado, what's up? Send my love and respect to you as always. Salute. Jake Brown, I send my love to you. Respect as always, big bro. Salute. King John, what's up, man? Sacktown in the house. Send my love and respect to you as well, Brody. Bobby J, what's up, bro? Send my love and respect to you as well. I love chocolate. What's up, sis? Send my love and respect to you as always. You feel me? Bullet, what's up, man? 103rd, great. Send my love to you, bro. Glad you was able to make the live as always. Miss Golden, my beautiful woman, who I am going to, you know, go to bat for each and every time, all day, every day. I love you. Thank you for everything. You feel me? Beach Boy, what's up, Brody? Send my love and respect to you as always, my bro. Glad you was able to make the live, Brody. Pam, what's up, sis? Send my love and respect to you as well. Salute. Glad you was able to make the live. For real. Dab Moo, what's up, Brody? Send my love and respect to you as well as always. Salute, glad you was able to make the live, homeboy. Austin, what's up, bro? Send my love and respect to you as well. Salute, salute, salute to the red team. Thank you. What's up, little bro? Send my love and respect to you. As always, glad you was able to make the live, man. I ain't seen you in a while. Guerrilla warfare, salute, salute. Send my love and respect to you as always. Glad you was able to make the live too. Jake Brown said Watergate in Orange County on Beach Boulevard, deep, 1999. Yeah, man. I know a few of them. My boy Snoop, Silk, Soupy Bone, shit. The Santa and the Watergates used to be in the hood functioning with the homies. That's a fact. Austin said he was AWOL, AWOL from here the past couple of days. Hold up, y'all. I ain't going. No reparations, no votes. Salute. Glad you was able to make the live, Brody. Send love and respect to you as always. Dalmo Robbins said UBNs tried that with No Brain from 99 Mafia, yeah, in the county, cause what he has on his neck. My boy Jacko from PDL came and asked me, can they get at him? I was like, hell no. Oh, they tried to get at my bro No Brain? For real? Hey man, I told you about this the story with No Brain. This happened in 1993, right? Him, and Smiley Jr. from Fort Trey. We in the cell. Smiley Jr. from Fort Trey used to do tattoos on all of us and shit, right? And I remember us being in the cell. He was doing No Brain tattoos first. Then he ended up doing mines, right? So bam, No Brain gets some tattoos with some stuff whacked out, right? And I'm like, I'm sitting there. We young at this time. This is 1993, bro. He get them tattoos and he gets some stuff whacked out. And I swear to God, within 24 hours, the dudes from the hood that he had got whacked out found out, right? Oh yeah, we need that. We got to go in the cell and get down. No Brain like, oh what? Don't worry about nothing. On the next in line, right? Took him in there and beat man No Brain. I don't know, I don't know why they did it. You feel me? I don't know why they did it, bro, but he took them in there and beat the shit out them dudes. One at a time. That's a fact. One at a time. You feel me? So it's been a number of those situations. That's crazy you brought up No Brain though, Dalmo. I'm not surprised. That's right, Austin. Jade Up, what's up with my bro, man? Hey, I send my love to you, Jade Up. Shout out to my Southside brethren. For real, for real. Glad you was able to make the live as always, Brody. Much love, Jade Up. You know it. J-Dub say, Creep, what's up? I send mines, homie, full blast, always, bro. You already know, Brody. Glad you was able to make it. Sonny, what up, bro? Send my love and respect to you as always, man. Glad you was able to make the live, for real, for real. That's my little bro right there. He said, I've been listening. I'm just cleaning house right now. Oh, okay, for sure, for sure. Pam said, Creep, did you hear about Nolan Wells? I did. And Miss Golden actually been keeping up with all that, right? I was watching the news today. Um, I've seen a couple of things on social media in regards to that, right? As far as them finding his phone, and I guess it was some messages deleted out of his phone that um, I guess the people that he was with had his phone, and somehow, some way, some messages got deleted. You know, they making it seem like it's a cover up. And from what I heard, one of the young white gentlemen, mother is a judge, and I think that she is kind of helping assist in that situation as far as this alleged. I'm gonna say alleged right now cover up, right? But man, that whole situation is ugly. To keep it all the way real, I don't understand how you can go out on vacation with these people that's supposed to be your friend, right? And you have some people that's reporting that it was an incident, an altercation that took place on the boat that they was on. Somehow, Nolan Wells ended up in the water. Um, and then his body is found, right, adrift. And then his phone pop up later that these people had, right? Um, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Daniel Robbins said he got he got the red team whacked out on his neck. This was in '95 in West Valley. Yeah, they wanted the homie. I had too many knives in the section, and they knew, so they checked the temperature to see if they. Oh, okay. Psh, no brain crazy, bro. No brain was crazy, bro. For real, for real. That's another person I'm telling you, like, and this is somebody I was with every day. Man, hey man, the caliber of guys that I came up in this system with, you feel me? From everywhere, right? Next level gang banging, and not glamorizing that shit. That's just the way that it was. That's just the way that those mentalities was. And again, like I've said, being thrown in that system at such a young age, you're not taught nothing. They don't teach you. There's no handbook on what to do, how to do it when you're thrown in prison at such a young age. They throw you in there and you have to fend for yourself. So either you're going to become that environment or you're going to become a victim of it, you know. And at that time, by us being all young the way that we was, we a lot of us ended up becoming that environment. You feel me? I've told a couple of stories about No Brain on here. You feel me? Another situation happened with No Brain. I told y'all in another story, over the weight pal, and it was another crib that he had got into it with over a blanket. They used to use these wool blankets to lay down on the weight benches, because the weight benches sometimes they'd be hot. Sometimes when you go down and you're doing your bench presses, the iron, the metal, be cutting all into your back, you know. So they would use those blankets to lay down, you know. So that's what the situation was about, over a blanket. And No Brain had went down to lift the weights. Him and dude had already got into it. So when bro went down to lift the weights, the other crip picked up a 50-pound dumbbell and tried to hit the homie in the head while he was down doing bench presses, and I grabbed him. You feel me? I grabbed him and stopped him from doing it. You know what I mean? And then No Brain jumped up and just three-pieced him. Beep, 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 bing, right? Bust his whole face open. And I couldn't believe that he actually tried to hit the homie in the head with a 50-pound iron dumbbell. Had I not stopped that dude from doing it, I physically grabbed him, locked his arm up. You feel me? And he dropped it. Once he dropped it, the homie jumped up and got on him. You feel me? That environment was cold, bro. Cold. Pam said I could save those messages at least 30 days with the iPhone. Oh, the messages that they deleted out of Nolan's phone? Yeah. I Love Chocolate said, that's so sad. Miss Golden said, justice for Nolan and Tamla. Hey, man, justice for all the people that unfortunately lost their lives, you know, this last weekend. You know what I mean? It's crazy that it's like that, man. It really is. It's crazy that it's like that. It really is. It really is. Pam said, do you think it was race motivated? Um, it had to be, right? Which I don't get. I don't understand. Because every time they show the pictures of him and his friends out there on that vacation, you only see one black face in that whole in all those pictures. He was the only black person, right? And for him to end up the only one missing out that picture, losing his life, and then his phone come up missing, they lawyer up immediately. The mother, who's a judge, immediately like it. They did too much suspect shit. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Yeah, I do think it was race motivated, honestly, especially the way that they have went about every single thing. You feel me? Beach Boy said Mississippi is a wicked state. So many black folks' blood has been spilled with no justification for that, for their families. That is an absolute fact, man. Mississippi, all like a lot of them southern states down there, bro. Mississippi, Alabama, they still have a lot of racial motivated crimes that go down there. Believe it or not, that a whole bunch of the world isn't really privy to like that, right? The only time we're gonna hear about it is when people are in an uproar about it, and it becomes national news. Just like the one guy that got dragged by the back of the truck. What was his name? It was Bird something, I believe, right? Tied him up to the back of the truck and dragged his body until his body just broke all up, right? So it's a lot of that type of shit going on. A lot. A lot. You feel me? They still finding hung bodies and shit from trees and shit out there. You feel me? That Moose say No Brain wanted to holler at them when I told him. I bet he did. I bet he did, Brody. Warfare said had to make their own name. Man. Austin said, come on, a cover. How small of stuff could anyone fight over? I hate when anyone uses weights to do some work. Hey man, it was a number of different incidents involving those weights, right? Like I told y'all back then, those dudes took weightlifting serious. Weightlifting for gang members was like a big thing. It was almost like part of the culture to, once you go to prison, to lift weights, bulk up, get as big as you can. You feel me? So those dudes took weightlifting like to the next level. And I told y'all like how they had their own workout crew. All the big dudes that had 18-inch arms and bigger, they all worked out together. All the biggest, strongest dudes, they worked out together. They would go out there, they would assign one of their people that was in their little workout group to go stack up all the best iron. They had all the best iron, all the best weights, all in one big old pile. And would definitely like start some shit over that if you went over there and tried to take some of it from over there. Right? So and then them dudes that had been there in the prison for a while get big. You see them on the weight pile all the time, and then next thing you know, they trying to test they knockout on somebody. You feel me? And just so happened the dude that tried to hit the homie in the head with that 50-pound dumbbell, he was a big dude. He wasn't no little dude. Not at all. I was surprised I was able to lock his arm up the way that I did and stop him from hitting the homie in the head. Right? But he was a big dude that had no squabble at all. Cause I swear to God, man, No Brain jumped up off that bench press so quick, right? And beep 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 beep, busted all his face all open. He couldn't even recover from that, right? No cap. Damu said, No Brain is my low, cause he's he squabbled in the county and all that. One of my homegirls chose cuz we hella tight. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. That's bro right there, man. He be tapped in on the show too, Damu. He be tapped in. I'm surprised he ain't in the chat right now. Austin said 4th of July killings was going up every, even in Austin, we had about 2 or 4 of those. We should be on our 38th homicide now, ever since January. That's sad, man. That's sad. But like a lot of people was pointing out, right? Um, a lot of that typically happened during the 4th of July because of all the fireworks and all the stuff that's going on. That's typically the best time where dudes will go out and try to catch somebody slipping, and the gunshots is disguised by all the fireworks and shit going off. That's probably one of the most dangerous days, of the year. Sadly, when people supposed to be celebrating, you know, um, with their families and all that, sadly, people will definitely come through shooting some shit up, man. You feel me? See, I wasn't one of them type of gang bangers that did that type of shit. Nah, nah. I'm not shooting up no 4th of July. I'm not shooting at nobody's house. I'm not shooting nobody with their mom or their kids or their woman or their parents. You feel me? None of that. None of that, bro. That was just the way that we did it. You feel me? But you have those that don't live by none of those rules and don't give a F about it. Unfortunately, that's just the way that it is, man. I said, Pam, that lady, Dr. Matthews, pulled out of that Carmelo case. I guess Charleston got on her radar. I didn't think all of it was true until a video I saw last night. Oh, okay, Dalmo. He said, I meant to say we scrapped. Pam said, Austin, the family made some mistakes. They collected enough money to hire a dream team respectfully. Oh. I love chocolate. Scrabble. he meant to say squabble. I love chocolate. DQ said, tapping in, finally able to catch a live. All right, hey man, I've been wondering where you been at, little bro. I know you got a lot going on, though. I know you got a lot on your plate. You feel me? Guerrilla Warfare said, I can only imagine what 7-4 was like in Chicago. Oh yeah, man, Chicago is wild with it. They don't need no 4th of July to get cracking, though, as we all know. They don't need no 4th of July, man. All them black people out there, that has lost their life. They don't need no 4th of July. But yeah, I can only imagine if cracking without a 4th of July, without fireworks and all that shit, man, just imagine. Just like you said, Brody. Just imagine on 4th of July. Nasty. Hold on, y'all. I ain't going nowhere. Miss Golden, if you don't stop it, Pam said, my dog goes bonkers every 4th of July. Ugh. Hey, man, them animals be going crazy, don't they? Every time. Them animals be going crazy. For some reason, it just you know. But I guess it's that sudden burst of explosions and all that, right? That set them off because you know dogs be on shit. They be on everything. Austin say I'll be back. Yep, yep. But Miss Golden was actually like keeping me updated on a lot of that stuff. She has a lot more knowledge about the Nolan situation, man. A lot more. I hope she put something more in the chat on that because she was covering that fully. Austin said, right, dogs don't even like thunder. Nah, thunder will definitely set them off. Definitely set them off. DayQ said, don't let your kids be the only black kids in any group. Hey, man, it's crazy when you decide to let your guard down, right? And you think that your friends are your friends. And you think that you are in the best company and protection that you could be in, right? And something like this happened. You feel me? Miss Golden say, I'm gonna get the gold and now we're back cracking. Well, you better get it cracking right now. All right. But yeah, that's the best thing. You know, you can't let your guard down, man, as we've seen. Especially with Nolan. Promising football story, was a young dude, man. Had his whole future and life ahead of him, right? For this to happen on a vacation with people that was supposed to have your best interest at heart. Only for him to lose his life. It's effed up, man. Effed up. Pam said, facts. I screen all my kids' friends. They ain't like, but but rather be safe than sorry. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We have to be responsible parents, no matter how old the kids get, man. You feel me? Your parenting don't ever stop parenting, right? You don't want your kids to walk out the house and you not see them again. Something tragic happened to them, and they can go out and have the purest intentions on having a good time, a good day, and it don't even be their fault. They end up in a situation where they end up something bad happening to them just because they out trying to have a good time. You feel me? So you're absolutely right, Pam, by screening the people that the kids is hanging with. Because if they leave out your house, you want them to return in the same fashion, in one piece as they left. You feel me? King Grove, send my love and respect to you, Grove, as always, man. Glad you was able to make the live. He said, I don't know what the fuck the little brother was doing on a boat with nothing but white people. What the fuck was up with that? Hey, every time I see the picture with him, the only black in the picture, right? And then this situation happened. I'm like, damn. Like, damn, bro. Yeah. King Gru say they say he was the only black on the boat. He was. Every picture that they show with them on the vacation, that's all you see. That's all you see. Miss Golden says, share this video, everyone, and tell a friend to go like our new channel, Press Play TV Uncut. Please do. Salute. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go, man, and subscribe to our other channel, Press Play TV Uncut. We need probably, I think, like 9 more subscribers over there, man, so we can start doing lives too to get that channel up and cracking, so I can do a little bit more on that channel too, because we need another platform. Of course, we have been targeted by certain people, and I know for sure they're not gonna stop. But guess what? I'm not gonna stop either. You feel me? You attack me, you attack my woman, you attack my roundtable family members, you attack people that I have real relationships with, real friendships with. Man, it ain't gonna stop, bro. I can promise you, we're not gonna stop. We will not be divorced at all. Devoiced. You feel me? Meaning shut down. Because we stand on principle. We stand for righteousness. You feel me? Straight up. And there's been a lot of different attacks. You feel me? The Zesty guy has been sending multiple different prostitutes on my page, jumping in this chat when we do our lives, making different profiles, pretending to be Bloods, pretending to be Crips, dissing, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we not having that. If you think that I'm stupid enough to bite into that, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna be in for a cold shot. And in a whole bunch of cases, I ain't gonna even have to say nothing. My roundtable family is gonna get y'all. Trust and believe. And guess what? To the haters that's out there, guess what? This roundtable is made up of everything that you can imagine. Crips, Bloods, non-affiliates, Bay Areas, Southside, Serranios. I don't think we got no North Daniels, but whites. You feel me? Like, it's a combination of everything here, bro. You feel me? So, and we're all on the same page. We all come here to feed off of education, to uplift each other. You feel me? And if you want to be uplifted, if you want to be educated, if you want to be in the direction of righteousness, where we're actually trying to give substance to, the people that need it, then hey, come here and be peaceful. Come try to learn something. Don't come here with no BS, because we not going for it. Period. You feel me? So you can try your little attacks and all that. We not going nowhere. And the more y'all do, the more I'm going to do. See, I exposed the truth on a lot of these dudes. And the truth hurt them. Every time. The truth hurt them. And the little attacks that they try to do, man, come on, man. Ain't nobody, come on. Y'all got to go find something that contradicts who I say I am. Go find that. That contradicts what I come and introduce to this roundtable. Go find that. Other than that, all that other shit, man, we not here. That don't makes no ripples in the water at all. You feel me? Point blank, period. It might in your little circle of people, but come on, man. The real and the righteous know. And our direction will not be swayed in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Pam said being the only black person was the red flag. It absolutely was, man. I'm telling you, every time I see that, I get like an eerie feeling like, damn, he entrusted in these, to go out there and have a good time. And instead, he lost his life to him. Straight up. Yes, please subscribe to Press Play TV Uncut. Press Play TV Uncut. Please subscribe. Need like 9 more subscribers over there so we can start doing lives, and then we gonna get it cracking. I might do 2 lives a day. I might do a live over there and then come over here and do a live. You feel me? I want that channel, because I built this channel starting off doing short clip videos, right? And that's how I was able to get a number of subscribers that way, and me just simply politely asking people to subscribe. Simple as that. That's all it took for me to get to the subscribers that I have now. Thankfully, thank God for all of y'all. All of y'all are a blessing. So let's build that channel up over there. But the difference that we're going to do over there is we're going to do lives to build that channel instead of the short clips. You feel me? See, when you do the lives and all that, you get your money that way. You don't get paid off the short videos, you know? So it's a difference. Dalmu says some of our folks put themselves in these situations being naive and not believing fat meat is greasy. That is absolute facts. That is absolute facts. And that goes back to what Pam said as far as screening the people that we are releasing our kids to. We got to know these people. If we don't know who we are releasing our kids to, especially if you are in a group and you're the only black person. I've never been in a setting where I was the only black person. You feel me? And I come from an environment of blacks, Hispanics, but the blacks and Hispanics was the majority. There was white people out there, of course, but the blacks and Hispanics was the majority out there where I'm from. DQ said we aren't aware of the rituals and evils of other cultures and what they practice behind closed doors when we aren't around. They can pretend to be a friend to bait you into trusting them. That's an absolute fact. That was one of Willie Lynch's tactics that he put in the Willie Lynch letter. Right? Make them put their guard down. Befriend them. You know, get them to trust you. And when they guard down, bam, that's when we just smack them right across the head. They'll never see it coming. Miss Golden say, can't stop, won't stop ever. You right, Miss Golden. And you know that when we say that, we mean that and we live by that. You feel me? Ain't nothing gonna stop us. Period. We have a legit family here, man. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all these wonderful, great minds that jump in our gathering here. I get so tired of seeing chat. Our gathering, you know, of our roundtable family, man, and give us a piece of how intelligent each individual is. All of y'all that jump inside this gathering, wonderful minds. That's why I always encourage y'all, man, keep it coming. Y'all my co-hosts. Y'all my co-hosts. Intelligent, smart people. And y'all are helping to help those that need it. It ain't just me. You feel me? It takes a village to help our peoples, you know, understand, to gain better understanding on what's going on in the world. As well as, you know, if you end up in an unfortunate position like I'm in, then we help them understand that world too. You feel me? Panamaniac, what's up, bro? Salute to you. I'm glad you was able to make the live, Brody. Send all my love and respect to you as always. No reparations, no votes. Say scholars. All of y'all are scholars, Brody. All of y'all. Straight up. Great minds, great people, great souls, great spirits. For real, for real. Mose the Great, he say, I will probably never visit Mississippi, and I'm not mad about that, man. I'm not too eager to go to places where I know if they catch you slipping, you're through, and ain't nobody gonna come to assist you or help you or none of that. Out there in a lot of those spots and areas, man, they do dirt to people of color all the time and cover it up all the time. All the time. Think about all the people that have lost their life, bro. That we ain't even heard about. That ain't even made the news, national attention, none of that. Think about all those people that lost their fucking life. Every time I think about one of these other states, like I think that was Florida where that happened to Trayvon Martin, right? That right there, bro. Stand your ground. Stand your ground to take a young man's life after you pursued him because he was a person of color. You pursued this young man that was minding his business. You pursued him. You seeked out that fight. And when he beat this dude's ass, he beat the spit out this piece of shit, right? He pulled out a gun and killed him. And then got off because of that stand your ground shit. That's a hard pill to swallow right there, bro. And y'all have to remember, y'all have to think about this. Let this sink in, right? When we was talking about the O.J. Simpson situation, when he beat that case, how mad all these Caucasian people was behind him beating that, and how all of us suffered behind that came right after him, that was going to court, that was going to trial, fighting these serious cases, how they found all of us guilty. That wasn't enough for them, right? That wasn't enough. So when you have people like Trayvon Martin and George Floyd, Sandra Bland, the other little young brother that was playing in the park minding his business, and the police just drove up on him and killed him, right? The other brother that was standing out selling cigarettes, minding his business, got choked out, lost his life. Oh man, it's just so many, bro. It's so many. You feel me? Unjustifiable homicides of all these black people. You feel me? When I think about that, it's crazy. It's just heartbreaking, bro. It really is. Pam said, could you put the link on your community wall so I can try to put the link in the chat? It actually is, Pam. It's in the community chat. You should see the Press Play TV Uncut thumbnail in the chat. You feel me? And the link is right there connected to it. King Groover said they make probably gonna make a movie about this, like that movie Get Out. Oh yeah, they are. And they're gonna profit off of this young man's death. Like they always do. Like they always do. Oh, we take this life and then we're gonna make a movie about it, and you know what I'm saying? The movie gonna go dumb, and all that money goes into these people's pocket. Crazy, man. Austin said, using brain. Yes, sir. King Groover said, yeah, Mississippi, one of the main state slaves were. Yeah, man. I believe, wasn't they like the last ones that was like putting up any rebellion on freeing the slaves? I could be wrong about that, but wasn't they like one of the last states? King Grover said them Peckerwoods still stringing up ninjas there. Yeah, man, that's what I just said, King Grover. They still finding black people hung by trees and shit out there. Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, all them states right there. Some spots in Louisiana, man. Hear about it all the time, bro. All the time. DQ said all spell casting mythological terms. They practice evil rituals, not just burning crosses. Absolute. What's the name of that shit that they the Wicker? They all in prison. They let them have their own. I'm talking about the Caucasians, right? In prison, they let them have their own religious services called the Wicker. You feel me? You see all the skinheads, Aaron brothers, and all that, right? Going to them services. I BS you not. Austin said, why go to Mississippi or Texas or California where it's danger? Some of these cities got spots where it's safe. Well, let's just say this, Austin. I'm from California, and I go to one of these states, and I'm not familiar with these states, and I end up in the wrong spot at the wrong time, right? I don't make it to one of the safe spots because I'm not from out there. I'm unfamiliar with it. I might be going out there on vacation or something and get caught up. They catch me slipping. I forgot the name of that movie, man, where um it was a movie that me and Miss Golden watched where they snatched up this black dude. He's driving down the street, minding his business. They stop him on a traffic stop. You feel me? And pin a murder on him, lock him up in prison, put him on death row. You feel me? I can't remember the name of that movie, man. Framed him for something that he didn't even do. DQ said, I don't think you saw the comment I left above that. Oh, let me see. Let me check. Oh, okay. He said, DQ said, we aren't aware of the rituals and evils of other cultures and what they practice behind closed doors when we. Oh, I did read that one. Practice behind closed doors when we aren't around. They can pretend to be a friend to bait you into trusting them. Yeah, I did read that one. Let me see, is there another one? All spell casting mythological terms. They practice evil rituals, not just burning crosses. Austin said, and even people not helping you, and you get stuck in the bad area with them. DQ said all of their ranks are mythical terms like Grand Wizard, Wizard, Cyclops. That's that's very ritualistic. They do all types of weird stuff to us via spells. Damn. Cuz 3X, what's up, sis? Salute. I'm glad you was able to make the live, man. Let me make you an official moderator right now. There you go. Glad you was able to make the live, sis. She said they have a lot of sundown cities. DQ said might have blocked my comment due to what I wrote. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I didn't see nothing above the other ones. He said YouTube don't like certain groups being mentioned. Oh, okay. Okay, hold up, y'all. Yeah, YouTube be tripping, man. YouTube be tripping, bro. They really do. They really do, Brody. Cuz 3X said, much love, bro. Always. Always, sis. You know it, man. You know it. It's a blessing to have you here, man. You have a great mind. You feel me? You contribute greatness. Just like all the rest of the Roundtable family. Contribute greatness, and I have to embrace all greatness. Austin said it depends on what people saying or if they use cuss words in the chat or comments, the YouTube will auto delete it. Yeah, DQ is very articulate, very extremely smart and articulate. You feel me? So I doubt if he used any cuss words. However, like you said, Austin, it was probably something that was said in the comment where they just automatically deleted it. They be tripping, man. For real. Lil Sis said, hello, Miss Golden and Roundtable family. DQ said, I mentioned, oh yeah. Hey, DQ, you know they gonna be on that. You know they gonna be on that, Brody. Austin said, yes, YouTube been acting like that for years. But in the meantime, right, they'll let a whole man. Yeah, I'm still learning YouTube, bro. I'm still learning what to say, what not to say, how to word certain things. Because I know that that they don't have a problem with, trying to put sanctions, on your channel, and don't let the haters be in attendance because they would definitely go report it to them. Look, they're over here saying this. They're over here. They ain't got no problem running to the police. You feel me? Yeah, for real, Austin. Hey, so what do y'all think is gonna be the outcome of the Nolan Wells case, though? How do y'all think that's gonna play out? Do you think the three white kids that was with him is gonna face any type of charges, or do y'all think they're gonna walk away scot free? Especially being that one of the kids' mother is a judge, is an active judge. How do y'all think that's gonna play out, man? Because you have Nolan's family out there that's they went and got the guy, I forgot his name, Crumpton, right, as a lawyer, for the family. And anytime he get involved in high profile cases, like, he's gonna definitely bring the attention to that case. But how do y'all think that that's gonna play out, man? Austin said, "Do you think it would be hard for people to take their tattoos off?" Um, in all honesty, um, you can get them removed. However, it takes a lot. You have to go through that process a number of times, right, in order to get that ink out your skin. But then you're gonna be left scarred. You feel me? But yeah, you have to go through numerous, you know, different processes to get them tattoos removed. They actually offer those services in prison to get your tattoos removed. Austin said they're walking regardless. Sad to see it that way. I feel the same thing, to keep it all the way real, bro. They always do. Especially when they got money behind them, and again, the mother's a judge. And she made a statement talking about how her son loved Nolan. You feel me? And like, man, don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's supposed to make the family that lost their loved one feel better. You feel me? Like, the last thing that I would be wanting to hear is that from her. You're a judge. Your son was involved in this. Of course you're gonna say that. Of course you're gonna lend your opinion and services as much as you possibly can because your son was involved in that. You feel me? J Dub said, you don't have to laser off your tattoos no more. They make skin tone ink. Now you just go over the tattoos with skin color ink. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that, J Dub. That's good. So you won't be left with all that scar tissue. Yeah, I didn't know that, bro. Pam said, Ben Crumb is a greedy man, respectfully. Oh man, why you say that? No reparations, no votes, said her son loved Nolan. Why they didn't help him? Why they didn't help him, and why they had his phone, and why they delete messages? they own Crumpton. No reparations, no votes, said yeah. Crump is an ambulance chaser. So y'all saying that Crump is the male version of uh uh what's that female name? Albright, the female lawyer that jump on every woman that come out with a sexual harassment case. Y'all saying he's the male version of her? That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Austin said, "You mean they put the paper sketch on your they put the paper sketch on your back or body, and they start tattooing, then roll the paper off, and there's the tattoo?" Oh, you're asking, bro, how that work? Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Pam said the iCloud have all. Damn, man, I'm getting all these visits. Everybody stopping by saying what's up to Creep tonight. That's crazy work. Pimp said the iCloud have all the deleted messages. They keep it for 30 days. Mm. Gloria Allred, yeah, her. Oh shit. Pam said he didn't even touch the Carmelo Anthony. Hey, being that you just said that, Pam, damn, he didn't. So what made him go after that and not the Carmelo Anthony case? That's crazy. That's crazy. You said that because that raises question as to because usually he do go after all that type of stuff. That's a fact. That is a fact. Pam said Gloria Velez. Gloria Velez. Gloria Velez is a video vixen, isn't she? Joey Owens. Salute. Glad you was able to make the live. He said, big blue rag. I absolutely do. Yes, I do. Pam said, no reparations. You might be right. J Dub said, no, if you got a good artist, they'll ink match your skin tone and blast over your tattoo and blend it. Depends on how big the piece is. You want them to disappear. Mm. I never knew they had nothing like that, but that's definitely good to know. Definitely. Because I definitely got some stuff to get covered up. No reparations, no votes, said Crump is a low budget Johnny Cochran. oh shit. Joey Owens said, are they the stars? Huh? Are they the stars? What you mean? Pam said, no reparations, no vote. Bingo. No reparations, no vote, said RIP Johnny Cochran. For sure, for sure. Austin said a few people have a back out of that case for quite some time now. Back out of which one? The Carmelo Anthony case? That's crazy that nobody of stature that is a lawyer stepped up on his behalf in his defense. That's crazy. But here it is. You have somebody like Crump that step up, and you know both situations are horrible. Don't get me wrong. Oh, Carmelo, yeah, that's crazy. Why though? Pam said Crump goes after how high the bag is, respectfully. Mm. Well, yeah, you got to figure in comparisons the Carmelo Anthony case, in comparisons to Nolan, there's a lot of money in that, especially with the people that's involved in that situation and the notoriety that case is getting right now all over the world. I believe that is probably overshadowing the Carmelo Anthony's case right now. The only thing that we're hearing about as far as the Carmelo Anthony case is the Aryan brothers trying to do something to him when he go to prison, in which I can't see happening. J Dub say it works real good on little face tattoos and lettering. Yeah, I need to get some face stuff taken off too. And some this shit right here on right here on my neck, and just like some small stuff. Austin said, I believe it's politics. Yeah, it is. It is, bro. Politics and money, bro. Politics and money all day. All day, every day. All day, every day. Money is power, right? And without it, no doors is gonna get open for nobody. Had I had money, I would be out of prison. I would have been out of prison a long time ago if I would have had money. That's a fact. Pam said, look how the Black Matters group was dismantled. Oh, the Black Lives Matter? And where they at when we need them now? Austin said, Pam said something about the family got a dream team for that case. They had to do that after the black lady, Dr. Matthews, back out of that case of appeal. Pam said Black Lives Matters done after all the money they collected. Damn. Dante Evans. I'm trying to see that. Dante Evans, salute to you. I'm glad you was able to make the live, bro. Welcome to the round table. Austin said, very sad, man. It is sad, bro. Politics and money. Politics and money. You got to think like this, bro. All those people with money, they all protect each other. We're looked at as the peasants, the ones that don't got the money. We looked at as the peasants. So when a situation occurred, unfortunately, right, where just like this Nolan Wells case, I don't know how well off his parents are, right? But it don't take a rocket scientist to know that the three white kids' parents are definitely well off. You know what I mean? Now, had the tables been reversed and it was three blacks and one white kid, and that white kid ended up in the water, and everything that took place with Nolan took place with this white kid, all them black kids would have been in jail right now. That's a fact. All of them would be in jail right now. All of them. Politics, money, and friendships, Austin said. Absolutely. Absolutely. No reparations, no votes, said Democrats dismantled Black Lives Matter. They made it about the alphabet community instead of us. Yeah. Yeah. Pam said Austin all the money they collect privately and they go funds when they go when they money was supposed to be used for his lawyer, not for the family lifestyle. And that's embarrassing because when you see people doing that type of shit, right? All this money is being collected, right? That's that. Yeah, yeah. Austin said that's facts, Pam. Hey, all this money be collected, right? And you see these motherfuckers taking these lavish trips, right? They buying all this expensive shit. Next thing you know, they got Gucci bags and all this bullshit, right? Instead of taking that money and putting it towards what it's supposed to be used for. That shit is embarrassing as hell. And we've seen that a lot, bro. We've seen that a lot. More than I hate to admit. Sadly. Those of y'all that's just joining our gathering, man, please take the opportunity now to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Swanglo podcast show. And also go over to our other channel, Press Play TV Uncut, and subscribe to that channel too, man. Become part of the family. You know, come build with us, go on this journey with us, because this journey is going to be so great. And every one of my roundtable family is going on that journey with us, man. They making this great. We're making it great together. You know, we building this thing up together, man. Become part of the family. Subscribe, please. Austin said, people keep voting in people to be governor and president and whatever. Yeah. Pam said, buying house. And that's what I'm saying. For instance, right? Trump. Nobody thought Trump would ever become president. Ever. Right? Ever. Not in a million years. This dude come from a reality show, right? With all the allegations on him, right? This entitled piece of shit, right? All these allegations on him. Caught on record and saying that he sexually groped women that he don't even know. Because he feel entitled to do this. Be able to do it because he got all this money and power, right? Booked and charged on a number of different cases. And this is who the president is. So if he is get sliding by on stuff, just imagine all his cronies and the people that he cozy up to. You feel me? All those entitled people with all that money, we are the peasants that they look down upon. We get the shit into the stick every time. Pam said greed is a monster. It absolutely is. It's the coldest monster that can ever exist. Sadly. Austin said, but if they won't look at if they not for the people, they should not vote them in. Well, you actually have more people that's out there in the free world, right? That you have a lot of hateful people out there, bro. A lot. And a lot of them don't wear the sheets no more, right? A lot of them are high-ranking officials, right? A lot of them, they sit back in the cut. They are very patient people, right? And they calculate when to strike. They know how to strike. You know why? Because they don't have a problem with going down to those city hall meetings. They don't have a problem with doing all the little things that's necessary that's going to get these people into office. They do exactly what they're supposed to do to get these type of people in office to carry out their agenda. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Pam said Trump is a convicted felon. Unbelievable. A convicted felon. Took the mug shot, everything, get his fingerprints, all that, right? And still made it into the presidency. That's nasty work. Austin said, yes, very hateful. Cuz 3X said, when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the cat. You can do anything. That's a fact. J-Dub said, greed also creates monsters. Look at the Menendez sisters. Hey, man, see, that goes right back. That goes right back to the conversation that we was having the other day, right? All these people, these weird ass people on Reddit, and all the other people that feel some type of way, that's in support of the Menendez brothers, right? They talking about me. They talking about me. Oh, he must have felt so horrible. Lyle Menendez, he must have felt so horrible when that guy and his friend went up in there and they was in the cell talking about his case over the tier. Oh, he must have felt so ridiculed. He must have felt so ridiculed. He must have felt so ridiculed. And he's in there for blowing his parents' head off behind money, and was able to get different certain benefits while in there, still to this day, from the people that his parents blow their head off, and still benefiting off of his parents. And ridicule, he felt ridiculed because we go in there talking about what they putting in the media. That's how twisted society is, man. That's how twisted society is. And they fighting like hell to get these dudes out of jail. How the fuck would y'all ever consider letting them out before me? How? I went to trial twice. There was no evidence on me. None. But here it is. These motherfuckers confessed to doing what they did after they got caught. After. Before. Oh, a black man went in there and did it. We didn't know nothing about it. They go on a spending spree with their parents' money who they had just knocked down. And these are the people that felt ridiculed because we went in there talking about their case over the tier? The fuck out of here. Weird ass motherfucker. Man, I get mad every time I think about that because they want them out before me. No reparations, no vote said he got in by listening to his base. They started as the Tea Party, saying Obama wasn't a citizen. Then he capitalized on the people who didn't like a black man being the president and took it to the White House. That's an absolute fact. You said that better than I ever could have, Brody. No reparations, no vote. You are on point every time, all the time, bro. Cuz 3X said, that's what Trump said. Yes. J-Dub said, nothing is worse than millionaire kids. They raise evil monsters like a whole bunch of little self-entitled little motherfuckers. All of them. That's why they attitudes and all that shit be so shitty. You feel me? And then when they come out the Beverly Hills and all that shit, right? And just so happen to drift out because you know they gonna leave out of there to come get their drugs. You know, they gonna go to the hoods and the ghettos to get their drugs. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that's connected to that world. And when they come up out of there, oh my God, we got to hurry up and get out of here. Oh my God, this world is so different. And like, man, yeah, self-entitled little bastards. Pam said, you almost at the finish line for show, for show, for show. Salute, salute, salute to everybody, man, that's subscribing to the Press Play TV Uncut. Let's build it. We building it together, man, from scratch, from nothing. Pam said, I believe it. Yes. Austin said, and they wonder why most of us would resort to street justice. Yeah, man, because you're not going to get no real justice in a system that's designed like, you know, 5 steps ahead of us. And a lot of times that system is definitely against us, bro. You know what I mean? It's definitely against us. And when you see that all these people is rallying to get the Menendez brothers out of prison, get them out of prison, rallying, but they fight so hard to get me in and keep me in, right? They fight so hard because I come from an environment. Look at the two different worlds. Look at the world the Menendez brothers come from. Look at the world that I come from. I'm broke. I have gang attachments to my name. They come from playing tennis, pickleball, golf. You feel me? Like crazy. Pam said free creep until it's back. Yo, salute to that, sis. Speak it into existence until it actually exists. And it's gonna happen. I believe it. You feel me? Man, when we gonna have a big old celebration, man. And it's all gonna be right here on this platform. Y'all go with me. Y'all, where I go, y'all go. Straight up. And the mission continues. I promise y'all that. The mission continues. We ain't doing no funny business. We not flipping the script. None of that. Stand on course. We stand the course. You feel me? I'm actually one of those guys that mean what he put into the atmosphere. No reparations, no vote said. Can we write letters on your behalf, brother? Hey, you know what helps? You definitely can, right? But what helps is people within the communities, if I by chance inspire somebody to do better, if I by chance help somebody, through these videos that may save them out of a situation that saved their life, right? That helps. So if you are a person that work with kids and, or you're a community activist, or something like that, right? That helps. Because they see that like this dude is actually, hey, believe it or not, what's crazy? What's crazy is people always say, "Oh, you in prison and you doing podcasts and you able to do this every day, without the police crashing you and this and that, right?" Believe it or not, it's some police that have tapped in with me on this show that watch. You feel me? And they give me the best criticism ever for the direction that I'm going, for the direction that I'm trying to help lead a lot of the youth out there too, or anybody that need to hear this shit. I'm not on here advocating no gang shit. I'm not on here advocating nobody to go commit no crimes. I'm not on here advocating other prisoners to go harm any of the guards or any of that shit. You feel me? Like, come on, man. That's stupid. I just have a different vision. My heart is what's leading me in the direction that I'm going. Whether you have those that's not in agreement with it, you know what I mean? And that's fine. Everybody is entitled to, to feel how they feel, but that's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. I don't come on here and say nothing wrong. I don't come on here trying to figure out different people's cases and crimes and trying to pin shit on people and tell these kids to go out there and join gangs and shit and go out and commit crimes and go against your parents and all that shit. And they're like, nah, man. Am I a gang affiliate? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm one of those guys that has that attachment that's telling y'all, as a person that still has that attachment to that shit, right? You don't want this. If you make a choice of joining this shit, this is what to expect once you join. Now, if you are a person that's already in that life, then there's certain things that you really need to know. I remember back in the day, me being a young dude and not knowing a whole bunch of shit. And the OGs would actually be like, man, how you don't know this and how you don't know that? And then they would sit you down and, school you on certain things that you need to know about this game. If you're gonna be in it, you're not gonna be in it half-assing it. You actually, so my thing is this. I'm going to give you the accurate information that you're supposed to have. Whether that information some people look at it as being outdated, right? However, the game is the game. I'm not going to give no half-ass information about this lifestyle. I'm going to keep it clean and then cut with you. Point blank, period. So if you are a gang member, this is what to expect. If you call yourself a real one, you feel me? Because people like myself and many others, that considered themselves to be really about that life, right? Uncut. Never violated no rules, never violated nothing when it comes to that lifestyle. Been sticking, to the script through and through, right? So I give to you what has kept me surviving behind these prison walls for 31 years. That pill is hard to swallow for some. You feel me? But to those of y'all that consider yourselves to be real gang members, well, this is what you need to expect if you're already in that life. Don't half-ass it, because when you half-ass it, then you start falling victim to the watered down versions of the game. Like going to a 50-50 yard and people actually telling these dudes that it's cool. If that's what you decide to do as a man, then that's what you decide to do as a man. You feel me? To each his own. However, the accurate information on all that stuff will always be available to you from people like myself. I don't want to see these dudes, if you're in that life, get a target put on them. If you're in that life. But if you're not in that life, then my advice will always be to y'all, don't join that shit. It's two places you're going to end up: in the grave or in a prison cell like me with a life sentence, sitting in this motherfucker all these years. My life is boiled down to making these videos. That's what my life has been boiled down to, bro. So, being that that's what the case is for me right now, right? How can I not come on here and present to y'all the real? Whether that shit is looked at as being outdated or not. How can I not come to y'all and tell y'all, bro, look, I don't want y'all joining this shit. I don't want y'all being a part of something that has no benefits to it. You feel me? All the people that has lost their life to this shit, whether it been to the grave or to the prison, right? It been to any one of these two things, because all the real people that I know that stuck to the script, right, is in the grave or in here with me right now on the main line. That never violated no rules, that made the ultimate sacrifice in honor of that shit, that has no benefits to it. None. It's not going to take care of your family when you die. It's not going to take care of your family when you're sitting inside that fucking prison cell for the 31 years that they ain't done nothing for my family. Nothing. I can't name one person that has ever even volunteered to check on my mom's to see if she was good. Not one person. You feel me? I can't name one person that has went to my road dog's gravesite and made sure that his headstone was in place, that it was clean, that it was fresh flowers put on it, that they go visit him, that they make sure that his kids is good. Like, come on, man. Ain't no benefits to this shit. So why the fuck would I ever come on here and advocate any gang shit? It's going to be the complete opposite every single time. I don't care who is in agreement with that or not. Everybody is not going to be clapping for you when you're trying to be go in a better direction. When you say that you're a real one and you love where you're from, you're going to always want to see better for that community and any other community that has the same relation as you. You feel me? You gonna always you ain't gonna want to see people's kids stuck inside this, man. Come on, man. This is a concrete prison cell with iron bunks. This is an iron bunk. This is a sheet. This is a prison cell. When this camera go off, I am back to doing prison time. That's what it is. Why would I want that for anybody else out there? Why would I want anybody, kids, to subject themselves to this? And your life is broken down and to this, and that's it. And if you're one of the fortunate ones to make it about this motherfucker and you're able to pick up the pieces to your life, like I've been blessed enough to see a lot of my road dogs do. Shout out to Hoover Gumby. Shout out to him, man. That's my bro. I love bro. Shout out to Dalmu Robbins. That's my bro. I love him. Shout out to Coach Zoe over at the Gangbangers Life Coach. My bro. 16 of Life. My bro. Damian Porter. My bro. All the dudes that's doing YouTube. Young Trigger Bird. Shout out to bro. ODM Slim. All these guys been to prison, bro. All of them. And here it is. I'm still here. I got these gray hairs. I came in as a young man. I'm still here. But I was blessed enough to see all these dudes get out and be the men that they was meant to be. Meaning they went through this walk. They made it through it. Unscathed. Stuck to the script. Didn't violate no rules. And they're out. Thankfully. Everybody can't say that. When I see these guys out there being productive citizens in the world, right? And they stuck to the script, and I know this, and they never violated no rules, right? And then on the flip side of that, you see a PC that didn't do that for whatever reason, that went to a 50-50 PC SNY yard and then get out and rah-rah. That's what the fuck I got the problem with right there. That's what I got a problem with. And 9 times out of 10, they finna shit on people like myself and people like the guys that I just mentioned for sticking to the script that didn't violate no rules. How the fuck do we become the bad guys? How the fuck do we become the pieces of shit? How do we be the ones that get looked down upon for sticking to the script? Oh, that shit is outdated. This shit is old. This shit is, man, fuck that. That's why my fight will always be what it is, bro. I will always be against PC, SNY, rats, always. Celebrate the righteous. Whether people is in agreement with that lifestyle or not. Celebrate the righteous. They deserve to be celebrated. You feel me? And I will always celebrate the righteous. I will always celebrate the real. The fake don't get no love. The ones that was once part of this shit, that was living under the same structure of this shit, that for whatever reason felt weak in the game, and they went to the other side of that fence, and they became a PC, right? For whatever reason, that would never be celebrated. I would never invite you into my world, ever. When there's so many real ones that didn't walk this same walk under the same structure that I'm still up under right now, that is out and living productive lives. Being present for their family, for their kids. Working. That's what I will always celebrate. I love y'all, bro. All of y'all. Every name that I mentioned, and even the ones that I may have forgotten to mention, salute to y'all too, bro. Straight up. Y'all will always be celebrated here at this round table. Period. Straight up. We celebrate greatness because we are great. We are great. Pam said, you do know the court have two different justices, one for blacks and the other for Caucasians, respectfully. Absolutely, I know that. Hell yeah, I know that. After that whole O.J. Simpson thing and the Menendez, yeah, I know that. That's facts, Pam. She said you also have to watch those write-ups because they still is watching. Oh, absolutely. Hey, I do everything that I possibly can, man, to stay out the way. You know, I don't really have confrontations with the staff. You know, I stay out the way, man. For the most part, you know, and I just try to fly below the radar, man. You know how they say, just put your head down and work. That's what I do. No reparations, no votes, said right on, say less. We won't mention the video though. The video? Salute everybody, stay safe. For sure, Austin. Pam said, God gives his toughest warriors to fight the toughest battles. Never give up. That is facts. That is facts, man. Beach Boy, man, I send my love to you as always, bro. Salute to you. Shay Decor said, good name, for sure. Jake Brown said, I want to get you a t-shirt and hoodie store when you get out. Hey, man, I appreciate that, Jake. For real, big bro. I appreciate that. For real. Bro, always willing to look out for me. Dalmo Robbins said, talk that talk, comrade. Hey, man. Hey, bro. You just don't know, man. It's a number of y'all that I look at, and I'm proud. I'm proud to see y'all out there, man. When you tell me that you be at your son, you able to attend your son's games, and you know what I mean, and or you're on your way to work, it's like, man, my bro, man, this is a person I was on the yard with, side by side with. When I see y'all doing y'all thing, that lets me know that, hey, I can get out there and I can exist. You feel me? I can get out there, I can actually exist in that free world and have true success, right? And what I mean by success is maintaining my freedom and being present for my family the way that I should have always been. You feel me? Black said, late checking in. I'll catch the replay. Oh, for sure, Black. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I'll send my love and respect to you always. Thank you for tapping in, Brody. For real. Shout out to everybody that was able to catch it, man. Catch the live, and to those of y'all that's able to catch it a little bit later, again, I send my love to y'all, bro. I know people got things going on in their life out there, work and kids and errands. I get it. Damu say you are gonna come home and fall in, man. Absolutely, bro. For real. Hey, and when I do, hey, all y'all gonna be there for it. I'm telling you. Watch. All y'all gonna be there for it, man. Real talk. Hey, man, look, I'm finna get ready to get on up out of here, man. I've held y'all up long enough. I know y'all got stuff to get into. It's definitely a blessing and a pleasure to have all my roundtable family here, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. Hey, y'all take care, man. Y'all stay safe out there. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world, especially if you are a person of color. Another thing I wanted to mention before I get up out of here, man. That shit out there, I think that was in Houston, right? With ICE that gunned down the Hispanic guy for no reason, right? They tried to say he tried to run him over and all that shit, right? Took this man's life for nothing. Been in this country 35 years, right? And he lost his life for nothing. They show a video of him on the ground bleeding, begging for them to save him, in which they didn't. You know, I know this type of shit happens all the time, all over the world, man. But we bringing acknowledgement to Nolan Wells, you know, and all the unfortunate other people of color that lost their life, you know, over the weekend. We definitely got to bring acknowledgement to that situation as well, man, because it's the world is messed up. And if it wouldn't have been him, it would have been somebody else of color. You feel me? So I say that to say y'all, hey, y'all stay safe out there, man. Stay safe out there. You know, I love seeing my people pop up here at this round table in one piece. Um, so you know, yeah, y'all just stay safe, man. Stay vigilant. You know what I mean? On that note, yeah, I'm finna get up out of here, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Pam said, "Great. This phone do its only thing sometimes." For sure, Pam. Justin Jones. Salute to you, Justin Jones. I'm finna get up out of here, right? But I'm gonna read this last comment. He said, "Was you a part of the CRIP module with Big Blue Rag, or are you the Creep that was fighting with them like five of y'all?" Yeah, yes, I am. I've talked about us being in the CRIP module. You know, like that was like last year, I believe. You know, but that show is definitely on here. It was involving the homie Big Crazy Drac from Schoolyard. You know, but yeah, I am that creep. Yes, I am. But yeah, I'm finna get up out of here, man. Hey, man, y'all take care, stay safe. I appreciate everybody tapping in. You know, we'll be back here, same bat time, same bat station tomorrow. You know, to close off the weekend. You know, I got to get it in with my roundtable family, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay safe. I love all y'all. For sure, Justin, man. Hey, salute to you, bro. Salute to you. I'm glad you tapped in. Thank you. Um, hopefully, you know, you don't be a stranger. You know, again, we will be here tomorrow, man. Y'all take care, stay safe, man. I love all y'all. Till the next time we meet at this round table, triple gang.